Hello and welcome to the Nexus. We're going to do a nice early one. We're doing issue 18 of our Dalek. Okay, so I've managed to get issue 18 early, which is brilliant. And as always, we're going to go through this. We will need our base, which is just down here for me, which is her. This is the base. And this is the box. There's a fair bit in this one. It's a nice big chunky one. Love the fact that it has the manufacturing date and everything on there. It's brilliant. Okay, so first we always do, and we're going to go through the magazine first. So let's do that. Okay, so here we are, issue 18. We're in the orange or bronze there. Once again, we get no poster. I know some people like the poster. I really do. But it's weird that we were getting them very regularly and we're not getting them as much now. Is what it is, I suppose. The parting of the ways we're going to have a look at. So this is Christopher Eccleston. So this, I do believe, is this the Dalek episode? No, this is further on. So this is not what our Dalek's based on. But there you go. It is going to be similar to that. The parting of ways is the one with the Emperor Dalek one. So I do believe this is the last episode. Sorry, I keep having to go back. I think this is the one, episode 30. It is, yeah. So this, the parting of ways is the one where Christopher Eccleston's Doctor changes into David Tennant. Spoiler alert. I should have said that first. We get some nice behind the scenes stuff. Once again, it goes through the whole thing. That's Rose there. She sort of absorbs the inside of the TARDIS, and the Doctor has to take it out of her, and that's how he dies. Spoiler alert. Then we come on to Emperor Dalek, which is really cool. So it's just an oversized Dalek with the guy in the middle there, and the little mutant. Once again, we go through the different parts of him. So the mutant there, the arms at the bottom, the top part as well. And now we're going to be making the little seat for our mutant to sit on. That's what we're going to be doing in this episode. And that's obviously what's coming in the next one. I can't wait for that. Okay, so let's grab our bits. So we've got this part and this. And we also need all our bits as well. So let's get going. Okay, so we'll break the seal. And we've got loads of little bits in here, which is really nice. There we go. Put that down there. And we can put all our rubbish in that, and then we can chuck it away. So, let's pull these bits out. What do we get? We get that part. EP screws. AP screws. It's good to get all the little bits out, just to make sure you've got them all. There we go. So we can put them back in that box for a minute. Then we've got this. It's great that it's all in this paper, but it's all bio stuff. And now this is not supposed to be in, I don't think. Nope. But it's come closed anyway, so I'm going to leave it like that. But basically, these two parts ain't together. No, there we go. I can do that. There we go. Okay, so these are all the parts that we have. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this, and this is going to sit in here like that. And we're going to use some, we just need to use some EP screws. So EP screws, these are the ones. And let's move all that out of the way so you can see what we're doing. This is like going to be our little seat for him, for our little mutant. So we get two EP screws here. I'll hold that, and we're going to basically screw down here. So what I do need is a longer screwdriver. That is what I need. Let's use the one that comes with the build. See if I can actually get it all the way down in. Sort of. Right, so I'm going to go and put these two screws in down there. Okay, so we have done that and it is up there. It's a little bit tough to get to. I did have to use the extender on this one to get it down, but they do go in. Okay, next what we have to do is grab this like that, and it is going to sit like that. We're going to use AP screws, so we need 3 of them. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. To attach this on, I need to just flip it up, and I'm gonna, hang on a second. Push it through first. There we go. So there's that one there. Flipping it up, and we're going to stick it just there. Nope. There we go. That one in there, like that. And then this one in there, like that. So it goes into those 3 here, just there. We don't do this one yet. Okay, next we're going to do his little iPhone 4, which is just here, this little screen. And they should come apart, but as you saw, they come together. So just pushing that together like that. And then we're going to have to put on our little screen. So our little screen is in here. So making sure, so that's the top. Okay. So that is the top part of the screen there. So we're going to take this out, and that is really nice. In fact, I reckon if you could light this, you could backlit that very easily. It's got a very blurred picture of that room that Dalek was in. It's a perspex. It's quite a big bit of perspex. So let me just make sure that these are at the top. Yep. So make sure that when you do this, these are at the top. So that's the top. So this is the top part. So all we're going to do is take off this double-sided tape just here, like that. And I reckon you could probably make some different screens for this. It does have a protector along the front as well. So that is, I do believe that is that the top of it? It doesn't really tell us which way it goes. So that's the top part. Anyway, I would imagine that is right. I don't know. I may have put it. Oh, hang on. No, I don't think I have. I think I've done it right. It doesn't matter, does it? Okay. Anyway, moving on. So that's like that. I'm not. You're not going to see it. Look, it's facing. It's going to face the Dalek like that. You're never really going to see it, so it doesn't really matter, personally. Okay, so the next part we're going to do, we're going to grab these 2 bits here. We've got this part here, and that is going to sit in these 2 holes. That just gets pushed in like that. And it's the same for this side. And what you need to do is you need to make sure that the smaller peg is towards the front here. So when you peg it in, as you can see, you have a larger one this side and a smaller one towards the front. You need the smaller one towards the front. Then what we're going to do is just push these in. So once again, these are just going to go in. They go in a Pacific way. So one goes in this one, like that. And one goes in this one, like that. And that is how it looks. It's got these cut out bits. They only go in one side. So as long as you make sure that you've got both sides, the small hole towards the front, these will only go on the one way. And you need to make sure that those all line up near enough, like that. There is 4 here, so what we need to do now is we need to place this on here, like that, like so. So that sits in absolutely perfect there. And we're going to flip it up while holding it. No, we're not. We're going to take it out a second. We're going to use some AP screws. So we've got 4, because that's the ones we've got. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to put this on like so. And we're going to screw in the 4 holes that you see. So, got one that goes in here. So that goes in here, like that. Nice and tight. Now we can now hold it, and you've got one here as well. And you've got one here. And then one here. And that gives us the 4. Just like that. And then obviously this then just pegs in like so. And there we go. And we can take off that film if we want to. So there's the protective film. I don't know if that's the right way up or not. It doesn't really tell us which way it goes, but there we go. And yeah, I mean, when it opens up, so the front will open up here, and obviously there'll be 2 doors, 4 doors. There'll be 1, 2 at the bottom, and I think there's 2 at the top, just like on the real one. The Dalek will be sitting here, and you won't see anything else. It's good that they've provided it, but that is basically what you will see. Remember, there's going to be walls, circuits, and everything else in here, and wires, and God knows what else. So, in terms of how you're going to view it, I don't know. But there's still more to go on this. So there's still stuff to go on here. You can see the 2 points here, and on the top of the screen here. So there's still quite a bit to go, and there's obviously something that connects into that as well. But there we go, all done. And there we go. So I've looked at this. It is upside down. I do apologize. Am I going to move it? No, there's no need. Like I said, you don't really see it. It does look like that's the corridor. Is it supposed to be that way? Does it matter if it's that way? Not really, I don't think. But I'll hold judgment on that. But that is looking pretty good. Very impressed with it so far. Looking at the bottom, there's obviously lots to go in here still. So there's definitely going to be a back wall to this. And then an upper section as well. So he sits on there, our little mutant. But like I said, when it does open, so it'll be sort of here, it will have the 4 doors that open up, and you'll see him, but you won't necessarily see this because there'll be walls here. So like I said, can you see that? It's good that it's there, but I think if you look down on it like that, you'll probably see it. But I think you could get different ones. You could probably print 3D print or use a really good printer to stick different slides on that. But it's looking really good. I like that. We are going to now be working on the interior section, this section here, right up, I do believe, until like issue 30, even beyond. So you want to keep this kind of local, I would say, because we're going to be working on that quite a bit now. Well, obviously we get our little chappy in the next issue. We don't do a lot. He literally, we get him and he just sits on that temporarily, I would say. And that's it. So there's not a lot in the next issue, but we will be having a look at our little friend. Now I have ordered 2 issues, so I will have 2 of them. I'm going to have one for the Dalek, and then we're going to have one where we can just have him out somewhere. I don't know whether we can put him behind here or you can show up in some of the videos. We'll have a little fun with it. But that is it. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you click like, subscribe and comment. I will read out the comments in the next video when we do our Dalek. Because there isn't much to do in that issue, I'm going to save the comments for the last 2 videos. So this video and the last video for this issue. But it's, yeah, it looks really good. Wondering how well it comes out. I know a lot of people have already got ideas on what they're going to do with it. I'm wondering how big he is. He does sit on here, but I don't think he's going to be massively big. But it's really cool that we do actually get the interior of this thing as well. But anyway, look, like I said, make sure you click like, comment, leave your comments on what you want. If you want some questions answered, you want to know what's happening, and I know I'm going to get a load about that, but I don't know. I think that could be right. Remember, the magazine don't always get it right. I'm going to stick with that. As always, thanks for watching, guys. We will see you at the next video. But until then, take it easy. Bye.
Tune into the channel. Nexus is the name. All the hardest content, you'll never be the same. Laughs and thrills, excitement.